What's poppin', people? It's your boy Jimmy V. We back at it. Another episode of Straight Topics, and you know every time I'm bringing a special guest for you. So today I got my boy, hilarious. If you guys don't know about him, trust me, it's only a matter of time until you will hear his name. If not, YouTube him. But let me tell y'all, he's from Pasadena, California. He's an actor, a comedian, writer. If you are a fan of All Def Digital, he is the MVP of last season. None other than Kraig Smith, man. I appreciate
What's up,
you,
man? What's poppin'? What's good, man?
I got some homies back home that they are actually they watch Roast Me all the time, man.
Really?
They say Kraig is a beast, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you, man. Salute.
How'd you get your start in comedy, man?
Man, I've been funny my whole life.
You
know?
are a funny looking dude. I'm saying with you.
I've been funny my whole life. And so how it actually started was I'm an MC. I was a rapper first.
Oh shit!
I've been spitting since I was a little kid. You know?
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah. So I used to do shows here and there, and at my shows I would get kind of tipsy, and I used to bag on people in the audience.
Roast them.
Yeah, and so one day somebody asked me if I ever thought about doing comedy, and I had never thought about it. And then, so that planted the seed. And then I had a boy that I grew up with, shout out to D. Blake. He had actually started doing comedy, and I rode with him one time down to the Improv, just to watch. And that was like my first real experience with comedy. The first time I ever got up was at this little rinky-dink spot called the Blitz Cafe.
Yeah.
There's probably like 8 people in there. And I was,
that's how it goes though.
Yeah.
That's the start, right.
I was nervous like it was a 20,000 seat arena.
Yeah.
And I've been going ever since. It's been like about 7 years or so.
How was that first experience?
I was terrified.
You were terrified?
Oh my God. I had like a little baby laptop, like a little small laptop. And I kept like trying to look at my jokes and talk on the mic and look at the people, and the laptop kept cutting off, and I just was
shit. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
So that was my first experience. My first actual show though was my boy AD. The first time I did a show like with people who paid to get in was in Corona, and I did well.
You did good.
I just bagged on the audience, you know.
Yeah.
Been bagging a long time.
I'm gonna definitely get on that topic of bagging people, roasting people, because I think comedy has kind of changed within the past few years or so. Of this whole idea of roasting people. Before it wasn't like, I don't think it was known as comedy. I think that's just some stuff that you do with your boys,
Right.
Backyard, oh bro, look at your kicks, your pants, blah blah blah. But I think it wasn't until Roast Me came along that roasting people is like a new form of comedy now. What you think of that?
It's always been a part of it. It's just, this is the most modern platform, but they had other platforms when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Like they had a show called Snaps. If you look that up on YouTube, you see a lot of comedians before they blew up, like Monique,
okay.
And what's the guy, Hustle Man, he got hit by the Walmart truck on the freeway.
Damn, New York,
Yeah.
Martin show. God damn it, Tracy Morgan.
Legendary Tracy Morgan. Legendary. So it's always been a part of it. And then when you're working on your set as a comedian, what a lot of people don't know is like when somebody's doing a bit or a joke, like one story is actually like 50 jokes. And within that story, you're right bag within the story, you know what I mean? So it seems like it's a part of the story, but it's actually like compartmentalized into individual. I don't know how to, if you get that.
I understand, but I definitely always like to provide some type of advice for my audience there. And what a lot of people actually don't know is when comedians do stand-up, what they're doing is they're practicing their material over and over and over, until they get on that big stage and they finally have all their jokes perfected.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely a process. You gotta think of a joke or a bit like a body. And when I say the word body, I'm referring to arms, legs, toes, eyes, ears. All these things are different things on the same body. And that's what a story or a bit is. It's a bunch of different jokes on the same body. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting way to look at
Yeah.
it. You had a great 2017, you know.
Thank you.
You know what? I was actually thinking earlier, I'm not actually sure how we first met.
At the gym, who?
At the which too, he can actually ball. Did you ball back in high school?
Yeah, I was a pretty good ball player.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know, I was a top player.
Dunking and all that shit.
Yeah, I was a top player about 40 pounds and 20 years ago.
Was basketball like your first dream or talent that you kind of?
You know what's crazy is I picked up basketball, rapping, and bagging. Well, I had an experience with bagging before I started playing basketball and rapping.
So then, just to clarify, bagging is roasting.
Roasting, yes.
Okay.
We called it bagging.
Bagging in Cali, you know what I'm saying?
Because I started rhyming when I was like in the 3rd grade. And I started playing basketball around the 4th grade. But my first experience with comedy, they're all around the same time. My first experience with roasting, this is a funny story. It's why some people where I'm from think I'm crazy. When I was in the beginning of 3rd grade, I always had friends that were older than me.
Yeah.
And they were already roasting. They were like 6th, 7th grade.
Okay.
But their minds, they was already, they was developing
more. Yeah.
Right. In the 3rd grade, I used to joke, but I didn't really get certain concepts. So long story short, it was a bunch of us, and we were sitting on the stoop. It probably was like 10 or 15 of us. I'm the youngest. Everybody's bagging. So I used to have busted Payless shoes and dirty shit.
The struggle was real.
A little dirty nigga, right? So they start bagging on me. And I didn't even really understand everything they was saying in the bags.
Yeah.
But I knew that everybody was laughing at me.
Right.
They bagged on me so long that I started crying.
That's not a good feeling.
Yeah, I was I was only like 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't whoop none of them niggas because they was way older than me.
Of course.
So I ran to the house, went up the stairs, and grabbed the biggest knife in the kitchen.
What?
And I ran downstairs.
You sensitive.
Yeah, I was a little kid. Yeah,
Okay.
You got I was trying
a
to
knife.
Yeah, I was trying to. And they grabbed me in the headlock, took the knife, and they was all laughing or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that was my first experience with roasting. I sat down and I thought about it, and I was like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I need to figure out how to use that power.
Right. Like how do I get back at them since I can't beat them up? What do I do?
Right. And that's how I developed my skill. And then, and it's kind of weird how the dynamic changed. So I developed it. By the time I got to 6th grade, I was a beast.
Right. Exactly.
And I was young. I was always smaller than all the people I hung with because, again, they were older.
Yeah.
And then some years went by and I hit this growth spurt. And now I become this big nigga.
You became the big nigga on the
right. And now I got to be careful when I roast because it looks like I'm trying to be a bully, but I'm not. I'm not no bully.
And speaking of that, I died laughing. You come at Tony Baker with the animal jokes. Oh my gosh, hilarious!
Yeah.
I can't. Where do you get your concepts from? Where do you get? One thing that I noticed about you off bat is your jokes are different.
Right.
You know that they're not the normal ha ha ha. Look at his shoes. Yeah. Blah blah blah. No.
Right.
You take something and you come from left field.
Right.
But that's what makes you unique.
Right. Thank you, man. I don't know. I got a process to everything I do, so everything is scientific with me. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
What I try to make sure I do is whatever room I'm in, I try to interject my thought pattern into the room before I start telling jokes. So even if niggas are talking, and somebody may be saying something to me, and I might go, and it's gonna throw them off. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with this? But now they expecting some different shit. They expecting me to do something weird.
Wow. So even before the game starts, you're already thinking. You're already on top of your game, but everybody else doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I start playing with people's mind. I bait them. I can when I roast, it's telepathic in a way. This is what I mean.
Okay.
So I wear some bullshit.
Yeah.
On purpose. I know that's all you're gonna think about.
Facts.
Facts. Yeah. My shirt, my shoes, yeah, all right, whatever, you know. So then, while you thinking about that, I'm coming around the back door with a mallet ready to hit you in the back of the head. Yeah. So I try to control the obvious, you know what I mean?
I like that.
You know,
I like
that. Because I know what you're going to say. If I give you something that I know, you know.
It's predictable.
Yeah.
So, which makes you be able to come back with some different shit.
Right, because they're not going to be thinking, by the time they understand where I'm trying to go, I'm already on to the next thing. You know?
Hey, there's levels to this shit, though. Nah, you spending some shit, though.
For sure.
That's like basketball, right?
Right.
If you show them you're gonna go left, they think, oh shit, okay, and then boom,
wow,
cross them over.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Got you.
Got him. Okay. How were you able to bring your comedy onto a platform like all Deaf Digital?
Well, they reached out to me. So a lot of them guys on there are comedians like me.
Yeah.
So it was nothing that I did, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty good comic or whatever, pretty decent, and that's how it happened. You know, I perform with a lot of these cats, and a lot of them we came up doing comedy together, or we have done shows together. Yeah. And then somebody gave them my name, but it was nothing I did. Like, I didn't reach out to them. You know what I'm saying?
I was at the 25 Deaf Comedy Gym Awards here back in September,
right?
And I covered the carpet, and it was one of my favorite carpets because I was able to meet the dudes I've always looked up to.
Right.
Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, Lex Alexander. I mean, a lot of people, but those were like my favorites.
Right.
What are a few favorite comedians that you always looked up to and you love to work with?
There's a couple, man. I'm a big Bill Burr fan. I never got to work with him though.
Right.
I'm a big Corey Holcomb fan.
What? Okay, nice.
He's actually a friend though, so that's
dope.
cool.
Dope. I think I saw you on a 5150,
I was
right?
on the show the other day. Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay.
Alex Thomas fan, even though he shitted on me the other night.
Funny story, quick. Can I tell him?
Yeah.
All right. So, of course, we are out here in Cali, and luckily, where we stay, right down the block, they have the Ha Ha Comedy Club, where Alex Thomas, one of the OGs in the game at this point,
legendary.
He puts on a show every Tuesday, allowing comics to come up and work on their craft, which is dope, right? But so he actually works there, matter of fact. So he works there, and then he told Alex, like, yo, I do this too. I don't know if you know. Right. And Alex will let him go up on stage, which you did your thing. And but at the time, Alex didn't know that he did comedy. So when he like introduced him, it was kind of funny.
He introduced me to this old security guard, whole ass nigga, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he introduced me real bad, but it was cool though. I still had a ball. What is other comics? I think David Arnold is pretty cool. I think Esau McGraw is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
A lot of dope artists out there, man.
What's your ultimate goal for the comedy game, man? Like, you got the Kevin Hart success, and you got the Michael Blackson success. It's like Mike got the streets,
right?
You know, Kevin Hart got the white folks,
right?
Like, where do you want to go?
Shoot, I don't know. Wherever my talent takes me, you know. I like Kevin Hart's path a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can censor myself as much as he does.
Right.
You know, somewhere between Corey Holcomb, Mike Epps, and Kevin Hart, somewhere in that vein.
Gotcha.
Because, you know, even though I do this for my people, you know what I'm saying, my comedy is for everybody. So anybody going through some shit. You want to hear somebody talk about something retarded to get you off your problems, and that's me, you know.
Who do you feel you relate to most as the average viewer?
Niggas that pay taxes and work.
Facts. I mean, that's everybody, right?
You got anybody that got some type of responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? I got to be accountable for my actions. You know, so anybody that has to be accountable to something, that's me. I can relate to how you feel every day,
right? And the dope thing about a comic is you guys are speaking for us.
Right. A lot of people don't look at it that way, but I do too. I look at it that way for sure.
One thing that's dope about of comedy is you get to say what's exactly on your mind,
right?
And you don't get judged,
right,
for it. But there's a lot of people who they care what other people think, so they won't say it, but they laugh at it because it's something that they would actually say.
Right, right. And that's a great opportunity when you can speak your mind. A lot of comics don't do it though. They're scared. They I don't know. There's not a lot of people aren't self-defined, you know. The people respect that. I really want to be the comic that the people choose.
Right.
Like this is. I don't care what Hollywood say. This is what we like, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I would love to be that comedian.
It's on Straight Topics, man. I always got to bring value. So, what's one advice you would give to a young comic right there doing this now?
Always be a part of something bigger than yourself. So you know, make sure whatever you spitting, you know what I'm saying, can help other people. You know what I mean?
I like it.
People love the truth, man. So make motherfuckers uncomfortable. And then that's bigger than you. If that makes sense.
I'm gonna have to think about that. But I think when you make people uncomfortable, it's touching something inside of them that they kind of want to be comfortable with.
Right, for sure. That's all, and that's what I mean. I don't mean like being uncomfortable in the sense of like disrespectful or overstepping a certain boundary. I just mean you just gotta create whatever it is that's in your mind, manifest whatever thoughts you have, make them a reality, and then give them to people. And then, you know, you don't have to force them to accept it, but you don't tap dance around it. You just
That's
create.
right. Give it to them. Yeah.
Just create. That's all you do is create, and that'll make people uncomfortable because most people don't understand the power of creating. They think that they're supposed to, you know, go to McDonald's and buy a meal. They're cooking for themselves.
It's like making it themselves.
You know, everybody's stuck in the consumer mind state. You know?
Right.
So you just want to create and be you, and people fall in line. You know?
Is there a specific creative process that you do yourself when it comes to making up your jokes?
I mean, it depends on. Sometimes I have a weird ass idea that'll wake me up out of my sleep, and I'll build around that idea. Or sometimes I just think of something that happened in my life that I want to talk about. It just depends on what it, you know, like specifically what it is. But I always, when I write anything, I have a person in mind, and it's like a made-up person, right? But I know what he looks like. I know what his girlfriend looks like. I know what his other bitch looks like. I know what his best friend looks like. I know what kind of car he drives. I know how much money he makes, what his bills are. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't compromise anything. I always write it specifically for that motherfucker, you know?
Yeah.
And so in my mind, everybody that likes that person will like me.
I want the people to get to know you as a person.
Right.
So I got 160 questions. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. You give me a number from 1 to 160, and I'll ask that question.
Give me 100.
A hundo, a C note. Besides your home and your work, where do you spend most of your time?
At the gym or the comedy club. Yeah, one of the two.
Okay.
Let's do 7.
7. Lucky number 7. What pets have you had?
Oh man, I grew up with 2 cats.
You're a cat man.
Jenny and Jazzy, rest in peace.
Yeah.
One lived 21 years and the other one lived 23 years. I got a sketch on my Instagram about when my cat died, if you look at it. Yeah. Give me 37.
37. If you could go back in time as an observer, no one can see you, you're straight invisible, and you can interact with anything, when would you want to go back? Like what time zone and who would you watch?
So if I can go back in time?
I'm talking, we can go back from when Jesus walked the earth, man, so.
Right. I want to go back to Egypt when they was building the pyramids.
Bro, I think that, yes.
I want to see who the fuck gave y'all this idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, how the hell did they get that high to even do the shit?
Right.
That's what I be thinking.
Yeah, that would be, all kind of stuff, man. That's probably where I would go. Let's do 1.
Oh, 1, okay. At the top. What do you like to do in your free time?
Shit, in my free time, man, I mess with these bitches. And, I like to play chess. And
I'm not surprised you say chess.
oh, word?
Just based on the fact you explain how you come into a realm about jokes. You're always thinking ahead of the game.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you got to do with chess.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's my favorite game.
I fuck with it.
And then I hoop a little bit.
Hoop, right.
I'm trash right now because I'm big, but
catch him at the gym.
you know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Last question. Give me a number.
Let's do 99.
99 problems. What's the worst? Ooh, and I'm glad we're gonna end on this. What's the worst advice someone has ever given you?
Probably go to college.
I went to college, bro.
Me too.
And I'm suffering from Sally Mae.
Waste.
I just had a guest yesterday, and we spoke about college, and Sally Mae's been blowing us up.
Man, if I would have known that I was gonna become a comedian and try to act, or even that I had the entrepreneur mind frame,
mentality,
I wasted a lot of time.
What'd you study?
I mean, my sociology, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it really, you better off getting a trade.
Right, exactly.
I got a truck driving license too.
Getting paid. Oh, okay.
I made double the money that I made from being in college, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. I went for criminal justice, and I couldn't get a job in any criminal justice type field, whatever the case. And I'm honestly stuck with my student loans now.
oh yeah. Yes, it's you. Like I said, the power of manifestation. Whatever you want, you gotta create it.
You do.
These people in these colleges is hustling, man.
Yeah.
It's a hustle. It's like selling drugs. They just selling education.
Right.
You know, anything that's attached to a loan is not a positive thing.
You know, and I second that. I go unless it's like a bank loan that you're getting to start your own business or something.
Yeah, right, for sure. But technically, you know, you shouldn't. When you start a business, first of all, you should get the business up and running before you even get a loan.
Get the loan.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think you should. If you have nothing going and you get a loan and then try to start a business with it, 9 times out of 10, this shit ain't gonna work.
Right, because then if the business fails, you gotta pay back that loan.
You still owe these niggas, man.
Great conversation with the man, Kraig Smith. Let the people know where they can find you at and what you be doing now, man.
You can find me on Instagram at the Kraig Smith, TheKraig Smith. Same thing on Facebook, the Kraig Smith, and the same thing on Twitter, the Kraig Smith, and also my website, thekraigsmith.com. It's at Shopify. If you type it in, it'll pop right up. Go buy some of that merchandise.
Hey, and then you got a podcast too, right?
I got a podcast called Don't Be a Hoe Ass Nigga.
That I've been your host, Jimmy V, man. Twitter, Instagram, at Be Your Own Dad. You know the blog is popping, BeYourOwnDad.blogspot.com. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jimmy V. Until next time, it's been real.